What's up? Holy cow. Looks like we're live, ladies and gentlemen. Holy moly. Are we? Are we? It's true. What's going on, y'all? Oh, welcome. I've got all my lights on, my mic, camera, action, chat. What's going on? Holy cow. I tell you what. This is going to be a day. This is going to be a day, y'all. I am exhausted. Like incredibly exhausted. Hold on. I don't know how long that lasted, the chat there. I screwed around with some settings for the chat overlay. When I was testing it before, this is actually really funny. Because I've turned into Unk. But I could not figure out why nothing was changing. I was messing with sliders and settings and stuff in the thing. I didn't realize it was generating for me a whole new URL that I had to import as the scene URL to go to. So every one little change I want to experiment with, I have to load in a new URL to that just seems like a really stupid and cumbersome way to experiment with changes to the interface. But you know what? I don't really care, because hopefully it just works. You know, it doesn't need to be too pretty or perfect right now. We'll keep tweaking it. We're not going to keep tweaking. That has a totally different meaning. Let's see. So yeah, hope y'all are doing well. Happy Friday! Holy shit, you guys! It's Friday. When did that happen? Hope y'all are all having a good one. 1 second, just trying to get all my music settled for shit I want to play today. Even though we might not get to all of it, because like I say, yesterday was a hell of a day. To be honest, some of my best playing, of course, off stream and just on my couch in my living room. But then also we had, so I practiced, probably about an hour and a half on my own, 2 hours. Had class from 2 to 3:15, so another hashtag good morning to you, my friend. How are you? Just explaining how dead my chops are right now, because I practiced. I had one class, and then we had a dress rehearsal yesterday evening from 7 to 6:30 to 8:30 or something. So I am deceased. My chops are dead. So we're gonna see how if my chops work today. The warm-up has not been super. I've been warming up for about an hour, just trying to loosen things up, and it doesn't seem to be terribly loose. The connection between my high and low registers is not super. But that's why we're doing the work. And that's why we got these here Tubaflexies to help with just such a thing. I think that's what I'm going to probably start with, the yonder Tubaflexibilities. Because honestly, this is still technically homework, and I have a lesson tomorrow, so. very hard day. Hope today will be easier. I appreciate that. Yeah, the live chat's working, sort of. I need to tweak the settings, and I think I don't necessarily like the fade out that I put on. So actually, we're gonna do it live. Okay. All right. I think I like that better. That should now not fade out the message. I have it for 30,000 milliseconds. I guess that's like a minute. I don't know. My math isn't mathing. That's it. Whew. And then, oh goodness, I should have done this the right way the first time. Yeah, this is stupid rough. Okay. Woo-wee. That is some flexibility. You know what I haven't done today? That I don't think I've done on stream for a minute. I haven't done harmonic series. That's probably a good thing to do before we get into other flexies. Yeah. I guess we should do the harmonic series. Whatever. Excuse me. Still got it. Haha. It's getting a little warm in here also. Just for the record. The cold seems to finally be moving on from us here in Florida. Ooh, baby. We're almost to the point, barring any cold snaps unforeseen. It looks like the next at least couple of weeks have 2 nights that get down into the 40s, and the rest of the nights are in the 50s. So that's fucking huge. Oh shit, Noel Holiday. Thank you so much for the... Holy cow, is there a hype train? What the fuck is going on? What the hell? I'm sorry, I misread. Ludlax music. Holy shit, with the gifteds. Holy moly, thank you so much. Jesus Christ. Thank you. That's fucking huge. And the hype train and the follow. Thank you. You are a fucking legend. Cheers, my friend. Happy Friday. I'll drink to that. Holy hell. Nice to meet you too, as my friend. I'm so... I'm a little flustered. This shit's never happened to me before. Holy cow. Thank you. Hope you're having a wonderful week. Good start to your weekend. My goodness. Very generous of you, my friend. We're still kind of warming up, going through harmonic series. You're a musician yourself. What's your instrument? What do you do, my friend? Holy cow. Just felt like sharing my blessing. Well, you have shared, my friend. Share on. Used to stream. Excellent. I love that. We've got a lot of people that have come into the community saying, like, because what I do, I basically just stream my practice time, because otherwise I don't, I'm not good at keeping myself accountable, you know? So that's what we do. We do French horn practice, and on occasion we'll, break out the guitars and do a little fun stuff, but love that. Karaoke streaming. Ooh, that's fun. That's a lot of fun. That could be a good idea for something we could do here. We might do a little karaoke, some jukebox stuff, some... I like that. Excellent. Alright, let's see if we... I don't even remember what we were doing. Harmonic series, warming up. I think we're on open. We're on open. that little dude. Yo, what is up, YouTube do? Mr. Zote himself. I've never seen that emote before. The little dancing cowboy. That's fun. Ooh, a little dancy man. Yeah, we got it. We got the screen, the chat overlay going. What's up, Mr. Zote? Hope you're doing well, my friend. May have skipped one or two in there. Not sure. Yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Yo, what is happening? There's hype? There's a hype chest? I got an emote for Frog Wow? What the hell? Frog Wow? Frog Wow. Country karaoke. Dude, that's pretty cool. For me, I'm just a hobbyist at the moment, trying to sort of get back into. I took about 15 years off, which is not what you really want to do. And I'm just getting back into it. So this is about the 3-month mark, actually, day 90. So yeah, I'm taking a couple classes. I'm hoping to maybe audition in like April or May for the local orchestra. They'll do like their sub list, maybe an assistant horn, something. So trying to gear up for that. But yeah, 15 years. I know. I was a horn major in college up until 2011. I spent 1 year as a horn major, and then I switched to majors to accounting. Had a whole ass career, and yeah, decided that I fucking hated it, and now here I am. So yeah. Yo, Kalash. Sorry, I didn't see you. Hello to you. Thank you so much. Longest break I took off my saxophone was 2 months. Good for you, my friend. I built different. What made you decide to come back after so long? You just graduated? No, so I graduated college in 2013. I went off and did, I worked in tax for 8 years. Basically burnt out, sort of a thing. Long story, not worth getting into, but that was 2023. And from there, I've tried a couple different things, tried taking some classes for like IT stuff. Didn't really care about it. I tried actually getting back into tax. That lasted less than a month because I remembered that I fucking hated it. Started a little microgreens business with my brother, just fooling around trying to find the thing. And now we're back to horn and music, which is honestly where I should have been all along, because this is just, it just feels right. I appreciate that, my friend. Oh goodness. I think now is time for the C's. I'm kind of stalling for the last harmonic series because it goes up to a high C above the staff. And my face is a little fatigued today. I had a big, yesterday I had ensembles and a dress rehearsal in the evening on the top of my normal practice. So I'm a little slow to get started today, but glad you found your way back. I pray breakthrough after breakthrough for you, brother. Hey, appreciate that. Thank you so much. And honestly, like, it's so cool. I think this is really cool that like I've got actual video record of every single practice that I've had for the like, past 3 months. And, incremental day-to-day progress is not, always readily apparent. But if I go back to day like 70, 60, 50 and compare that to where I am now, and it's like, I think sincerely I might be playing the best horn of my life, even back when I was a horn major, because there's so many like bad habits that I forgot, I think, over 15 years. And since I've been coming back, I've been trying to like make sure that I'm laser focused on doing things properly, as proper as technique can be, because it's so individualized. But like, so anyways, diatribe aside, that's fucking, it's been really gratifying and satisfying to like the progress that we have been making. Plus with formal instruction for the first time in 15 years, you know what I mean? Anyways, finally got Expedition 33, dude, that's so cool. Have you started it though? Have you actually put in time into it, or are you still on the other ones? What have you been? Silk Song and Bonanza and what was the other one? You had like a glut of games. You had like too many games. I seem to remember. What is up, Naranjan? Good to see ya. Wonder what happened to Bread. It's been a minute since we've seen Bread. I hope they're doing well. I hope so. It's expected. It's not going to be difficult to relearn. Just got to get the hang of it again. Plus learn a couple more new stuff. And on that note, so let me finish this harmonic series, and then we'll go to something that might not work today, but is actually better than I've ever played them before, and that's a lip trill. If you're familiar with horns, what you're supposed to be able to do is like a trill, right? Right? But you're supposed to do that with your mouth. It's very difficult. I don't have it, but it's like something that I've got more. It's better now than it ever has been, if that makes sense, Played a little bit of E33. It's been so much fun. Love that. Suffering from success. Like, seriously. Like, dude, plus, because I've been thinking about getting Eugenics. Just came out the other day. It looks so cool. I've watched so many videos on it, but I don't know if I have the time to dedicate to it, I just don't have time for games. No lip trill in the vocal exercise context. Is that like a like that? That's true. That's fun. I love those. Okay, so there's our harmonic series. Let's put some lip trill work in. About 84, something like that. That is the one. And I haven't been in chorus since longer than I quit playing French horn. That's probably been, like 2008. Last time I was doing any sort of vocal anything with a class or anything. I sing all the time because I just got music in my bones that needs to get out. I mean, that was kind of it. Holy shit. I sing a little bit. Yeah, I mean, just, for fun. When I was in school, I did some musicals, like, whatever. But you know, yeah, I like to strum on the guitar, sing some stuff, just yeah, making music. That's what it comes down to. I whistle like constantly to the point where it annoys everyone around me because I just do it like there's a whatever song is currently running through my head, it has to come out somehow, you know. Um, other instruments, I've played trumpet before. I marched trumpet in marching band. Um, Brass, sort of from a French horn to other brass, you can kind of play a little bit, but that's pretty much it. And then guitars, you know, here and there, a little bit of piano, nothing really to speak of. Mostly just horn and singing and guitar. I get, you know, whatever. Since I'm bad at E33, I put it on the easiest difficulty. Dude, I would too. If it's that difficult, like, you know, at least one until you learn it and you want to do that. But, you know, if for me, especially as I've gotten older and my time is so constrained, like, I'm not out here trying to grind Iron Man, super ultra, fuck you in the ass kind of difficulty. Like, I just want to play the game. You know, for me, the fun isn't in the difficulty, it's in the game. The music is peak as well. Didn't it win music awards? I feel like I've heard that. So musically inclined, you should have just said every instrument. Well, not every instrument. Because like woodwinds, I have gotten sound out of them before. Like I got sound out of a saxophone and a clarinet, and my mom used to play flute, and I've gotten sound out of a flute. But you know, I don't play those. You know what I mean? But anyways. Not super even, but they're getting a lot faster. That's fucking crazy. I am unable to use melody on my whistle. Like a kind of a whistle, or like a tin whistle. Is wind my main? I would say yes. I would say yes. Wind instruments like, you know, like brass, just because I've played for like 8 years from 6th grade through first year of college, 8-ish years in there, and then now this little bit. So I'm definitely a wind main, probably a guitar secondary. I was gonna say string secondary, but anything without frets, I'm useless. So like any orchestral strings would not be it. Such a weird day because, like, see you in a bit, Elliot. Sorry, I did remember that that's your name. um, it's a weird day because usually the top few pitches that I try lip trills on do not work at all, and I get them as like I descend. Somehow today the top ones have worked, and I've kind of lost it as I descend. What a strange day. Whatever. That's enough of Madame Freudis and her warm-ups. Love Freudis. Professor! What is going on, my friend? Good to see ya. Robin Crowley. Don't play French horn, but for 90 days is really good. Thank you, thank you. So, full disclosure, this is 90 days this time, but 15 years ago I played for 8 years. So it's not starting from zero. I'm relying on my old muscle memory to I what is it? Started the game on third, and thought that you hit a triple or something. So for what that's worth, this is not strictly 90 days. It's 90 days plus 8 years or so, but 15 years in between of none. Is breathing going to be really challenged when you try learning wind instruments? Breathing is one of the biggest. It's one of the biggest factors in being able to play wind instruments at all. And I only really came to this, not this realization myself recently, because I've always known that air and air support, right, is paramount to any sort of wind instrument. But I didn't, for myself, really get the feel of what that was like until very recently. In fact, just last Friday, my teacher told me to do an exercise because she said I was fighting my face, which is a really good way to put it. I've been so hyper focused on what my embouchure is doing and muscling and making sure that has been proper that I haven't taken the time to actually just blow through, and the lips will figure themselves out. But if the air is good, then the notes are good. So that's kind of been this past week has seen a lot of really strong improvement, I think, just from making sure that we have proper air going through the horn at all times. So yeah, I mean, that's I'm sweating right now because it's such a more physically demanding thing than I've been used to. With all the intense breathing control, everything that I'm doing in my core to regulate my breath, obviously the mouth stuff, holding the horn, this thing is 14, 15 pounds. It's not light. And gotta do all this. It's not easy. It's funny. We had our dress rehearsal last night for a concert that we're having on Tuesday, and I was dying because I had just a sweater on because it's cold normally in the hall, but once we started going and we I was actually drenched in sweat. I left butt sweat on the chair when I was done. It's pretty intense. When musicians are going to last longer on cardio, then I suppose maybe a lot of professionals that I know, they have something that is their cardio of choice. It's still good. I played cello only for a year, dude. That's fucking awesome. I love cellos. I actually just started a couple weeks back looking at the Bach cello suites. It's a very good low horn bit to try and play them in the original key, which is fucking impossible. But there's adapted cello suites for horn that I am looking to get into. I just haven't ordered them yet because I just ordered this, ha 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 ha, which is a bluesy jazzy piece for horn. It's a really good one. This is one of my favorites, maybe of all time. Like I just found it and it's already like rocketed to the top of the list. What's going on? Always been curious, but what made you choose to play the French horn? So I started on percussion, actually. Fun fact, in 6th grade. And by the end of the first semester of 6th grade, I had my friends, they would have my little snare practice pad, and they'd be walking on the way to band class. They'd be walking backwards, and I'd be, just doing like the drum line flourishes for all the, stick movements and all this kind of stuff. So my band director was like, all right, you're going to get bored as hell and you're going to drop out of music if we don't change something. So we're going to put you on either French horn or a double reed, bassoon or oboe, because those are a little bit more advanced instruments that you don't really want to put a first-time student on them unless they show, aptitude for whatever. And so I chose French horn, and that's kind of been it. But, as I'm lucky that the more I've played it, the more I've loved it, the better I've gotten. I'm not bad. I can hold my own. And it's so much fun. It's a beautiful instrument, and not like all of the fun, epic, soaring moments in like video games, music, movie music, anything like that. It's all given to the horns, and there's a reason for that, because they're so fucking epic. Love the Sweets. Number 2 is my favorite. I think I'm only familiar, like I could sing number 1, da 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 da, that one. I gotta listen to the others because I'm not nearly as familiar. Number 2, we're gonna put that next up on the queue for when we're done here. Let's look at Bach cello suites. Obviously, I prefer Yo-Yo Ma. Is there anyone? Because that's just the only cellist I think I know. Do you have anyone that you listen to for your cello suites, Robin? I missed out. I could have picked bassoon. I sure could have. It's one of those like, what if? But it also ended up being very serendipitous to choose horn because my band director for 10th, 11th, 12th grade was a horn major. This was her horn. I played it in high school, and then when I graduated, my mom bought it off of her as a graduation present. A beautiful Holton H179, sort of a upper intermediate student sort of a model. And it's, because she really got me to like, she was my first real teacher to, improve my technique, make it so that I wasn't just like, playing the notes on the page and, whatever else, Fun fact, rather ironically, there's a horn player in my school called Wolfgang. No way! That's really cool. That is really cool. I've never actually known a Wolfgang. There's Wolfgangs all over, the ones that you hear of, but I've never known one in real life. That's really cool. I'm looking at a bassoon on eBay. The auction ends today. Dude. That's crazy. Best of luck. Hope you get it. If you decide to go through with it, and if you're just looking window shopping, that's awesome too. Thought about seeing if I could get the bassoon I played in high school. You played bassoon and you're doing trumpet? Like, what? I'm not remembering your musical history right now, Professor. What do you play? You played bassoon in high school? I don't recall that. Misha Mace. I am not even going to begin to pronounce that correctly, but Misha. There we go. Yes. Awesome. That album is going to be on repeat. Sitting at $466 right now for a bassoon? For a whole ass bassoon? That seems really cheap. That is a good deal if you can get it for that price. My musical history is chaos. I love that. But music is chaos. Like that's all music is. Sort of, sometimes. Like ordered chaos, ordered vibrations, you know? We're all just wiggling and making music. Something, I don't know. I'm tired, y'all. I haven't been sleeping well either. So we've kind of got a double whammy of of weirdness in my brain. So since today is a sort of a vibing, just play whatever kind of a day, there's some things that we need to definitely get through. But I want to play fucking Villanelle a little bit, you know? It's a piece by Paul Dukas, and the intro is really fun because it's supposed to be played without valves on just pure natural horn, which is awesome. Gotta hit the hay now. It's 12:41 a.m. Holy moly. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you again for the gifties. You're a fucking hero. Enjoy your rest. You've earned it. And I will see you later. All right. Villanelle. Let's see. Excellent. Jeez. I'm not used to playing this without valves, you can tell. And I burp in the middle of it. My God. I don't even know how you play it. Oh. How would you play an A flat on horn in F, Tremodere, without valves? A stopped G, I suppose. Yikes. Okay. So what it's actually supposed to sound like. I'm going to play it with valves because that's tough. Blah, blah, blah. How to do that. Hold on. That one's tricky. Harder than I remember. Also, these lights are like flashing. Flickering ever so slightly. Started trumpet in 6th grade. Started flute a month later. Had to stop flute. My aunt needed hers back. I read that as when my aunt needed her ears back. It's not my greatest day. Played euphonium in 8th grade, bassoon in 10th, harmonica 3 years ago, tin whistle 2 years ago, the ocarina, I remember the ocarina discussion 5 years ago, ukulele a year and a half, didgeridoo. That is chaos. Holy shit. Wow. That's like, that. There is no jack of all trades for sure. My God, because it's not even like all brass or like all woodwind. It's like all fucking everything. We've got all brass, woodwind, string, everything. That's crazy, dude. Good God. No. what I should do? Flute and trumpet at the same time. That's insane. Not like actually insane, but that's insane. That's wild, my friend. I can't even imagine trying to establish an embouchure for both trumpet and flute at the same time. What? Holy moly. Your poor mouth. In high school for a band picnic, I was briefly given the name Mr. IPEIM. I play every instrument, man. Hey. I mean, the best nicknames are the ones that are like genuine, right? That's real shit. My goodness. Okay, you know what? Villanelle is not as there's actual stuff that I need to work on in that. I thought I was gonna just be able to pick it up and like play through, like you kind of can with the Mozarts a little bit. Villanelle is gonna take some work, and since today is not really a working day as much, let's not. But real quick, with that said, there is some problem to address, and that is arpeggios down to the C and low range in general. You got the nickname and only playing 4 instruments. Only. First off, I take issue with only 4 instruments. Like, yeah. Compared to, you know, now, sure, but like only 4. That is absolutely deserving of that nickname. You're like you're making my point. Jeez. Excuse me, my goodness. A little tickle in your throat. Just a little bit. Oh, goodness. Okay. Yeah, the low stuff is not responding quite as well as I would have liked it to today. Not a great day. Not a great playing day, you guys. God damn. It's like a tickle. It's a tickle, you know? That's annoying. On top of everything else. Ooh, you know what would be fun? This is a good idea. This is an excellent idea, chat. Let's play something for low horn. I have grabbed Nocturno. We're going to play Nocturno down an octave. Fuck me, dude. I can't breathe. And we'll see if this helps to loosen up the low register some. Yikes. But at least I can breathe. That is a tricky. That's tricky down low, you know? It's like that arpeggio in particular, that goes through all the range. Anyways. Nice playing. Thank you, baseball legend. You are an absolute legend. This reminds me of that one Diary of the Wimpy Kid book. You know, I never really got into those. My younger siblings did. I think I was a little bit too old. I unfortunately don't get the reference. Just a confused guy. I am now just a confused guy. Yo, baseball, dude, who y'all got this year? Who y'all got this year? I tell ya, if you know nothing about me, it's that I love sport. And let me grab my Who's ready for opening day? We're ready for opening day! Dodgers, you're entitled to your opinion even though it is wrong. Go Birds! Dude, I was so upset. I really wanted the Blue Jays to win the series last year. Excuse me. I was pulling for him so hard. It just would have been the perfect. It would have been so beautiful. Not even just for baseball. I'm not going to get into it, but I was so disappointed. You know, we won't get into it. I'm excited for this season. The Cardinals might actually, you know, not be last place for the first time in a minute. Binod? Binod? Bino? Is it a silent D? I don't know that word. And to be honest, I haven't really followed any baseball in many years. Predominantly because my Cardinals have been such ass. It was fun when I used to live in the city and go to, you know, it'd be a slow summer at the office, and my office was downtown. It was catty corner next to Busch Stadium, before Ballpark Village opened up or anything. But if the summertime was slow, which it often is for tax professionals, because you know the deadlines April 15th and October 15th are the big ones. So in the summertime, you generally have some downtime. So we'd be able to we'd look over at the stadium and see, you know, if it's an afternoon game, we'd go and stand in line at like 10 or 11 o'clock, whatever, when they give like $6 tickets or something for just whatever, you know, nosebleeds or unsold tickets or whatever. And we just go and blow off the rest of the afternoon, go to the Cards, get some beers, get some hot dogs. It's a damn good time. And the company I worked for, you know, every now and again they had a box. Right, so they would be like, "Hey, anybody want tickets to the box tonight for the Cards or the Blues? We love our St. Louis teams. Fuck Kroenke, fuck the Rams." But yeah, I love my St. Louis sports. St. Louis pro sports, I would say. I don't know much about St. Louis University or Lindenwood University or Washington University of St. Louis. They might also have sport, but I know nothing of them. There's that water. Knew it was. And something I'm going to be doing this weekend, and this is a call for all of you out there, anyone listening who needs the reminder, this is your reminder. Clean out your valves. I'm going to be taking some time this weekend to do a bit of cleaning on my instrument, because it desperately needs it. It's way overdue. And if yours is as well, this is your reminder. Because I can't be the only one. I know I am, but I am not alone. Shoot. That's actually the lowest note, or the to play that note an octave down is not. I think it is literally possible, but it's not possible. So nocturno for low horn mostly. Cool. That's a nice little change of pace. Nice little loosen. It's honestly just a massage. I don't think Trumpet's been cleaned in a long time. I hear, dude. So I gave before I started playing again, I gave my horn a bath, like fully, completely, 100% scrubbed it down. Let it. It's been like 3 months since then, and I'm pulling out the slides all the time, and there's like a lot of gunk buildup, and I've got spitballs for in between cleanings to like clear some of that shit out. But I just used my last spitballs this morning, so now it's like, yeah, we're gonna have to actually do some stuff. How long have we been going? Hour 10. That's a pretty good time. That's a pretty good time. Let's keep it going. Let's do some blues. Or rather, see how the blues work today. Here's an idea. I don't know that there's probably nothing here, but the movie Sinners, except instead of a guitar, they're playing blues French horn. I don't think that's anything, but like, maybe. Fun piece, y'all. I don't know all the variations. I think 3 I'm not super familiar with. Yeah, I might have to listen to this further with the music and, play us into battle! If that's not a battle theme, I don't know what is. Those are just the first thing that came to mind. Or there's also... little short call, or there's also, that was Wagner, this is Strauss. Intro to Strauss's first horn concerto. Oh, I guess the charge, yeah, like. Woo! You know? Have I listened to Beethoven 6th? Beethoven 6 is one of my favorites. The That's a pastoral when this starts. We had talked about Beethoven's a couple of weeks back, and I couldn't remember what 6 was off the top of my head, and then I started playing it, and I was like, oh yes, I love Beethoven 6. 5, 6, and 7 might be like 1, 2, and 3 for me in some order, but like they might just be. They're fucking gas. 3 is gas. 9, obviously. 4th movement is like, but the 2nd movement of 9 is really good. Let's see. 1, 2, 4, and 8 I'm not all too familiar with, but handle it, brother. Thank you, friend. Adventures with Sticky also. Love the username. That's a good one. Oh, geez. What do we want to play? How long have we been going? 1:18. It's been 8 minutes since I asked how long we've been going. I'm not, like, trying to watch the clock or anything, but my face is very, very fatigued. So I am just wary about overplaying on a day after I definitely overplayed yesterday. You know. Let's try Cling number 9. Okay. Alright. Let's actually try it now. Those were just the sticky spots that I expect to be sticky. Let's try it. Holy shit. I used to know this part. I don't know why I don't remember the fingers for it now. Whatever, just move on. Goodness. That's some fucking... Honestly, like, it felt decently clean, that last bit. The rest of it, you know, that etude was a mess. Let's be real, that etude was a mess. The ending part seemed kind of nice up until I ran out of breath and then couldn't get the low C after the arpeggio. Gross. It's like the low stuff is not super present today. So it's hard for me to say, like, do I want to play more low to sort of make it better, or do I just not play low and come back to that tomorrow? Alright, whatever. We should run through Strauss today. Mostly just because I have a lesson tomorrow, and I know we're going to run through Strauss tomorrow. Might as well. It's hot in here, though. I don't have my fan on. That might be why. Okay. All right. Strauss 1. Let's run it. Or actually, before we run it, let's try and look at some things and make sure that it's not going to be awful. Okay. All right. I think that's the sticky, tricky bits. Let's just try it. Perhaps. Maybe. Maybe. If it crashes and burns, I don't know that I'll like continue all the way through. But also there is some benefit in just playing through, you know? So maybe. We'll see. Not the worst we've ever done, but not the best. Yo, hello, Siddharthnan. Welcome. How are you? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Happy Friday! Oh my god. Can't wait for the weekend. We got a 3-day weekend here in the States for some of us. It's like it's President's Day or something. Like George Washington's birthday or some shit. So Monday is a holiday, which is awesome. Me and the girlfriend are gonna have a pretty good extended weekend. Really excited. Dun 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 dun. Good God. Can you play guitar, sir? You got some collection? Maybe. Maybe. I hadn't planned on it. Actually, and today is not a great day for it because I actually have some errands and shit that I have to get going to do before too long. So I don't know if today is the time, but we will. We will. Yes. My nails are kind of long and I'm out of practice, but not today probably. Sorry about that because I've got to work out some things here and then get lunch because I'm starving and I'm sweating and it's like, whew. And then I got to go and do some stuff. But the guitars, if you'd like to see, it's an Ibanez acoustic, Jackson Randy Rhoads model, and it's a Jackson bass in the back. And then this one is a Guitar Hero. Sounds like One Piece's break thing. I'm not familiar. I'm not really a One Piece head, unfortunately. Let's see. Is there anything else in Strauss? Kinda. I should do this little bit just a few times. Okay, nope, we're not doing Strauss anymore. We're done with Strauss. Done. Whoa, damn. Okay, wish you good luck. Thank you. Good luck to you as well, my friend. I appreciate that. What should I start off my day with? Practice, homework, or translation? Ooh. I mean, I know what I would do, but I don't, you know, I don't know. I would play music just because that's like the fun thing for me, but if that's like eating your cookie before you eat your vegetables sort of a thing, then I totally understand. That's not might not be the best order. Gotta sleep now. It's 11:30 p.m. Holy moly! Good night to you, my friend. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you later. Sleep well. Yeah. I don't know. It's, getting the homework out of the way is pretty good. Getting the homework out of the way early is like, there's nothing wrong with that. Translation depends on what you mean by translation. Are we doing like, is it like language study kind of a thing? See you later, Siddharth Nan. Peace out, my friend. Are we doing like translating the brothers Karamazov into like Polish, Lithuanian, Slovenian, and Hungarian, perhaps? I don't know. I couldn't think of another language off the top of my head. Like Eastern European style language. Translating my favorite book from English to Portuguese. Holy shit, dude! That seems like quite an undertaking. So is that something for you, or is that like a homework thing? Because it sounds to me like music practice and translation are like things that you would find fun and enjoyable. and then homework probably not. So with that, operating on that assumption, I would say homework probably knock that out of the way first, and then the rest of the time it's either music or translation. You can have fun with it. That's how I would do probably, but yeah, that's probably how I would do. But there's kind of no wrong answer as long as you get to everything that you need to do. The limit does not exist. I actually did just watch Mean Girls like last week. Still a great film. The first one. I don't fuck with the second one. I ain't fucking with Mean Girls 2. I don't know. Is there anything else worth playing today? Oh, actually, yes. Yes. Oh, last little bit of homework. Of my homework. Shostakovich 5. Gotta do it. And this is a good one to probably end the day on. Because it'll be a nice low bit of playing after playing so high and not being loose. But to secure the low range is the last thing that we play for just right now. I think it's a good use of time. So I need to breathe. I'm just going to breathe where there are breath marks. There's not breath marks in Shostakovich 5 as written, I'm pretty sure. But this book that I have, it's a low horn book, and the guy's got annotations in there for breaths, for fingering, phrasing, stylistic stuff. F horn to B flat side, all that kind of good stuff. So I'll breathe where he's got breaths. Novel concept, I know. Is how it's supposed to go. I know I said high horn playing or low horn playing after playing high so much, and then the end of this excerpt goes into a fucking B flat. That's my bad. I actually was not intending on playing that whole thing all the way through. honestly. I think yeah, it's not bad. All the notes are kind of sounding, and I'm for me personally, my personal break range between a higher and a lower setting is right around B natural, B flat, A natural, A flat, somewhere in there. So this going to the B flat a little bit is like it's just breaking into that break range. So it's very good for me to like smooth out that transition, the quote unquote jaw break, you know? And you can see even like on the B flat, the low one is, and my jaw comes in on the C. And making that shift very quickly is something that I am not good at, which is good to work out by doing this excerpt. Any dang ways. I think I'm tired, y'all. It's been a weird day. It's been a weird day. It's been a great day. It's been a weird but great day. I will say that. And the greatness comes from y'all, chat. The greatness of the day was not from the French horn today. And that's okay. You know, it doesn't have to always be. Especially considering how intense yesterday was for me playing in particular. But yeah, today's greatness has come from you guys, chat. Y'all have made this so much more fun of a practice. If this was up to me, I probably wouldn't have played today. Left to my own devices, I probably would have played 0, or at least just done a warm up maybe, and that was it. But thanks to you guys, gals, non-binary pals, keeping me honest. I really appreciate y'all. Sincerely, I really do. But I gotta go now. I gotta give the valves a bath. I gotta do laundry. I gotta do dishes. I gotta do a whole lot of stuff. And get ready for tomorrow because tomorrow is Valentine's Day. This is also your reminder, ladies and gentlemen, and guys, gals, non-binary pals, etc. Tomorrow's Valentine's. If you got a special someone in your life, hopefully you have not forgotten Valentine's Day. If you celebrate where you are, you know, I don't mean to assume that Valentine's is the same worldwide as it is in the States, but at least in the States, it's a big deal, and I got good ideas. Anyways, so I'm gonna go and do that. Thank you all so much for hanging out today. Big shout out again, Ludlax Music, for the 5 gifties earlier. What a fucking legend. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I'll see y'all later. Hope y'all have a great rest of your Fridays, start to your weekends. I want to hear all about it. All right. Bye, everyone. See y'all.